What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Urban Platform Speaks. This is the Sunday Sports Edition. Got another good show lined up for y'all today. It's some pretty good topics. I got my co-host in here, my man Corey. I'm Mike. What's going on?
Ain't nothing, same old, same old.
Same old, same old. Yeah, yeah. I wanna start the show off today by talking about our hometown boys, our Orioles, man. Looking pretty good this year. It's been a minute. I
The,
think like 9 years since they've been in the playoffs.
right, and they sitting in the top seed right now.
Yeah, yeah. That's what's up. Last night they played the Rays and they beat the Rays. I think they beat the Rays 6-5. So that's what's up. That's good. You know what I mean, to get excited about the Orioles. If they keep this up, because I'm not really familiar with like the players and stuff like I used to be back in
No,
the day.
I'm not either.
Yeah, I don't follow them like I
I'm,
used to.
yeah, you get so disappointed. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm not. I see them, and I'm watching them, and I'm just checking
Yeah.
out how they making moves and stuff like that. And I'm proud. What I'm saying, to be able to say that the Orioles is, making a run for it,
Yeah,
because it's
yeah,
like, man, that ain't even a sports. That ain't even sports show content, really.
yeah,
But
yeah.
now,
Yeah.
yeah, we got something to look forward
For
to.
all those years they be telling us to, you know what I mean? They getting the team together and all this, they
Right, that
building.
phony baloney
We've been
stuff.
rebuilding
Yeah,
forever.
forever,
Yeah,
forever.
rebuilding forever. So that's what's up. Orioles finally, they doing something. So now we'll start keeping up with them, looking at the games and everything.
And
You know,
hopefully, yeah, man, and hopefully
yeah,
for us, for the city, we gonna have the two-headed dragon. We
hmm
got the baseball, and we got our summer training camp starting up with our Ravens.
right,
So the season's gonna overlap if the O's
yeah,
can keep going.
right,
You know
right,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? And we can come out the gate. You know what I mean? With the
yeah,
Ravens, we got something in this city, something positive. So all this negative crap going on, we
yeah.
can we can keep the sports thing going, keep that relevant. Yeah. So yeah, we got
'Cause
something to look forward to.
the Orioles ain't been playing in October in a long
And
time.
man, like I said,
They done shut the stadium down, sent everybody home.
and I ain't brought no
Yeah,
memorabilia,
September,
none of
yeah,
that. I'm still wearing old
yeah,
T-shirts.
yeah,
Like, I'm
yeah,
just saying, like, yeah, it's just sad. But if they progress, yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna contribute to a little something. Might
Yeah,
give me a
yeah,
new old hat, something.
yeah. I'm gonna have some. I'm
Uh,
gonna hang some stuff up this
yeah,
week. You know
yeah,
what
we
I
gotta
mean?
show them a little love.
Yeah,
But
hang up
yeah,
some jerseys
yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. But that's cool though. And see, I think the reason why the Orioles haven't really been relevant though is because baseball allowed. It's not like the MLB. They don't make the league competitive like the NFL do. You know what I mean? Like because in the NFL, year to year, almost, and you always gonna have a surprise team.
Yeah,
Somebody can pop up, but because they allow like the big market teams like the Yankees and the Angels or Boston or somebody teams who got that funding, they allow them to spend as much money as they want.
right.
Whereas though the Orioles,
Don't want to spend the cash. So
yeah,
it's just simple mathematics. You know
yeah,
what I
we
mean?
balling on a budget in
Right.
Baltimore.
That's it. And
Yeah,
and finally, even with this budget, that's not even balling. We just lucked up and got some good players who want to play ball. So
right, right,
when it comes down to the time to start figuring out who gonna be a long term Oreo, that's when
yeah.
that's when it's gonna get a little funny.
Yeah, that's the thing
Yeah.
too. Like
So
when we like say you have some, you know what I mean, you got some really really good ball players on your team, then like in a few years, you know what I mean,
contracts,
they
yeah,
contracts come up and then the Yankees offer them some money or
slide
Boston,
on over.
yeah, then Boston. That's why I was mad when they took Mike Mussina. You know what I mean? They took Mike Mussina to the Yankees,
But
man.
that was our fault.
Yeah, that's the Orioles' fault.
Yeah,
I think it's Major League Baseball fault though that
I mean,
they
and
don't help us keep them. You know
listen,
what I mean?
and
And build
rightfully
around
it
them.
could be, but as an owner, you know what I mean. Like when you look at, like you saying, the Yankees, they got a legacy
Mhm.
of good baseball players because they've been spending the money. Now I don't know what the demographics is. I don't know, what goes all into that process, but their process works. Like and guys want to play for them.
Yeah.
So I don't even try and hear that the stadium be, it be semi-packed even when we losing.
Yeah.
If y'all guys sell $30 canned beers, then you know what I'm saying, and $40 hot dogs, get us what we need. That's it. Like that's all I'm saying. Like just give the fans something they can be proud to hold on to and look forward to. You know what I mean? Because it's been so long. But yeah, if you try and benefit for yourself and line your pockets with all the cash, then yeah, you're gonna sit back and it's gonna be, Stone Age, you know what I mean?
Is Peter Angelo still the owner of the
Good question. I heard there was
know.
some discrepancies amongst the family.
Right.
Because he had took sick, but I'm not sure if he's still.
I'm gonna look into that. I know he's
I think the son. Yeah, I think there's something going on. Yeah, where they jockeying for position on who's going to be. He probably still sit at the head of the chairman board or whatever.
Yeah.
But far as full operations, I think somebody else is moving the pen on the papers now.
Yeah. All right, so that's it for baseball. If the Orioles keep winning, we're gonna keep
Yeah, we'll get on with it. Yeah,
it's looking like they got a lot of good talent, and it's looking like they definitely gonna be playing into October.
They the underdog, so yeah.
So they're gonna be playing into October. So we're gonna start
show them some love.
Research. Yeah, absolutely, and show them some love. All right, so now before we go into football, talk a little bit about the NFL. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel.
Show the support.
Yeah, man, support us. Look out for us. Also, hit that notification. So when we do come on, like we do live shows on Saturdays and we do the live show on Sunday. So, and if you don't get a chance to watch the live show, I know people they be out and about, especially on Saturdays when we come on. Just make sure you go back, watch the video, and like I said, hit that like and subscribe. So now I want to talk about this running back situation in the NFL, man. This like Saquon Barkley, the Giants, act like they not trying to pay him, and not only is that upset him, but that upset like a lot of other running backs around the league because like for the past few years, running backs haven't really been getting what they feel like they deserve.
No.
Yeah.
No, and they, the league, something like the N.B.A. where it became a 3-point game.
Mm-hmm.
The running game has kind of dissipated.
Yeah.
It's about the quarterback.
Yeah.
And they got a little special out now on Netflix. Just chiming in on the highlights of some of the quarterbacks in the National Football League. And truly, for me, the running back is like they treat it like it's a non-factor to me, but he contributes a major role if you got a good back. We were fortunately we got J.K. Dobbins. Hopefully he'll be back this year. We got Gus. Our running game is effective, and I'm truly appreciative of our running game. So I don't understand what the direction of this is and why this is going the way it go. But I do know since Lamar been in with the Ravens, the quarterback role has just been what all the NFL seems to be talking about. Like, so yeah.
That running back position though is just it's so brutal. I mean, like every time you touch the ball, you know what I mean. It's contact with those.
But you know what you signed up for though when you do it. So
that's true. That's why I understand that Saquon Barkley is trying to get his money too.
And he should.
Yeah, and he should. And if it wasn't for him, you know what I mean. Like what would their team be? Without him.
I mean, they got a new rookie quarterback. I mean, they built it, and plus a few years back before Eli Manning retired. I mean, they did have a running game. That was a consistency with them. But
I like Saquon Barkley. I hope he get his money, and I think that like with the other running backs, like you know what I mean, like chiming in and taking
or go somewhere else. Like if they can't, sit you down and come to a mutual understanding of what you want, go somewhere else. Yeah. Take the pay cut, go somewhere and then run all over them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's ways that you can redeem yourself off of that, even though I know you want your money, but running backs' careers are short. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The highlights of you are probably, 5-6 years, hopefully if you stay healthy. So the longer he's sitting in this negotiation process, and if he not playing, it's not, it's not helping him, you know what I mean, as far as what he's trying to do in the National Football League, his stats or whatever, he ain't doing nothing. But I hope that they come to some kind of understanding, or he just got to go.
Yeah, get him.
Period.
Yeah. So you think that if they don't give him what he wants, he should move on?
Man, somebody gonna grab homeboy up, man. They gonna grab him up. He's a top tier running back. I mean, I don't see where it would be an issue. Like, somebody grab him, on the side where their running game is not that substantial. He's going to contribute to it.
Right. And also, running backs, not just them, you don't hand the ball off to them all the time directly, but then they block for the quarterback.
They play, they got specific roles.
So
yes.
Yeah, and I think Saquon Barkley brings too much to the table for them to just to try to say he's not really worth it.
And I mean, and two, back to the Ravens, Lamar had to do what he had to do, and there was so much speculations about the contract. Should he get it? And this, why is he holding out? Like, maybe this is Saquon. Maybe he is going to get it. Yeah. And the team is just, dragging their feet. So, we don't know. We just got to see where the cards lay for him. And if not, like I said, let the man go.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that this dude gets his money in those running backs, man. Just capitalize, especially if you have some success at that. But another thing they saying about like running backs coming up, like you got the Pop Warner leagues and all that stuff in high school and stuff like that. A lot of parents are not even, because they know that how the running backs are, they're not even allowing their kids to be running backs. You know what I mean? So they don't keep coming up. They know ain't no future in it.
I mean, and that's crazy though. Positions. They in college and high school they might do it. So that's why I'm saying, like, that would even make sense to me. Like, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? The running back position is pretty popular, man. Yeah, to me, it's important, right? So
both of my favorite players are running backs. You got, like Barry Sanders and Earl Campbell. They my two favorite players.
Well, I was a Walter Payton dude.
You was a Walter Payton
fan? Yeah, Walter Payton fan. You know what I'm saying?
I still watch.
And Barry Sanders. Yeah, you know what I mean? But and then Christian Okoye, you know what I'm saying? The Houston Oilers. Yeah. Like, man, that position right there, when you running dudes over and dragging them, hey, man, that's what I was like, let's go outside and play football. But yeah, so to get back to what you were saying, how the parents, man, that's phony baloney too. Yeah. If your son can run the ball, hold on and take that hit, it's guys that are multi-millionaires that running backs. So it's room, it's space for that. You know what I'm saying? It's a key position. Yeah. And you can make it a dynamic position by the contributions. Like if you a runner and a catcher, you know what I'm saying? You can do two things. You can block. Yeah, so nah.
But they just, because they see the way the league is treating the running backs. That's just like in the N.B.A, like the center position. So you know what I mean? That you encourage your young kids to be like a stretch four, you know what I mean, or come out of the paint and learn how to shoot. Because if you think you're gonna be in the N.B.A playing with your back to the basket, like Shaq did, it's not gonna, they phasing that out. So you got to learn how to do something else.
True, and yeah, so you know what I mean. But I just hope that running back position will stay relevant.
Yeah. I think it will stay relevant. It's like a phase that I think the NFL wants. But you can't really, to me, have a well-balanced offense without having
it don't even make sense.
You're not just
like what you doing on short yardage.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to have a running game. Yeah, I mean, and that's what the NFL doing. It is the offense is this fast-paced stuff, throwing the ball. But it's going to become a time when men are not open.
Yeah.
And you got to call that audible. and you gotta hand that ball off and get 7, 8, 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't see because I don't see it, you know, being that much of an issue because if you're trying to win, by all means, you're gonna do what you gotta do. And if that means you're running back, then so be it. That's what you're gonna do.
So all right, I'm gonna bounce a little bit. I'm gonna come back to football, but I'm gonna bounce around a little bit and go to the situation with Shannon Sharp, and they thinking that he might go to First Take with Stephen A. Smith. You heard anything about that?
Right. I was just, you know, I saw it on my phone. Those two brothers, they kind of like a real popular on their platforms. I mean, if they can get the message across and they not worrying about egos, I think it'll be a good fit.
Yeah, it'll be a good look.
Yeah, because they both are passionate, you know, and but I think for Shannon, he gotta watch Stephen A.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, Stephen A. want to be the man. You know, so but if he can off camera talk to the brother, get on show, and then you know kill it, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good look for First Take. I think that like you said, well Stephen A. Smith even said himself that he don't, you know, like when it comes to that situation, like if Shannon getting a lot of shine, he said he don't have an ego like that because he don't feel threatened because he know he good at his job too.
Okay, all right, well, so that's cool.
You know,
he putting it out there early because he already know people talking about that in the background.
Yeah.
So
he did mention that, like, you know, I'm good at what I do, you know, so I'm not concerned with him getting his shine. And
man, look, they can kill that, man, for real. Because I mean, with the ESPN thing, you know, like I just want to see the platform with our folks coming together and making some critical content that, you know, like don't come for the players and attack their personal, you know, lives so much, but contribute to what it takes for an athlete to be an athlete. Like, let's get the content and educate some of the young men and women out here now, you know what I mean, in the game, because like that's their bodies, you know what I'm saying? That's their physical contributions to the cause. Like they putting themselves through a lot. You know what I'm saying? Don't tear them down. Be more of, you know what I mean, supporting of what's going on with all the leagues in soccer, baseball, whatever, and speak up for these young men and women so they got a platform that they know that's, you know, got them in their best. Man, because it get crazy in that commentating stuff.
Dude. That's why I like Drake, for instance. Draymond Green got a show that he do, him and what's the guy, Paul George, they do, you know what I mean? I like listening to dudes who played in the league and they give you some input.
Stuff we don't even know that, like, you know what I mean, what they was going through. Right.
But like, they can give you that insight and that input without you know,
scrutiny,
personal,
right?
You know, without dragging you,
right?
You know what I mean? So they just give you that, and that's why I like those shows. And that's what I think Shannon Sharp is going to bring to First Take. He's going to give you that you know that
right from the play, right, and he was a former player too.
Right, yeah. So with that football and stuff, you know, he got that insight that you know that people want to hear about, they want to know about. So we're not really so much concerned about, like, you know, all that off the field nonsense, because when you think about it,
man, look, they human beings and like they young men and women, they make mistakes. Like sports is a career. I get it. But the personal life stuff is personal. Like they still be young millionaires. Like, I mean, they don't like that's what I'm saying. Like I want to hear more about the grooming of these young men and women. Like be there to be able to set platforms where they can teach them financing. You know, the injury part, because you know we got so much new sports medicine and the technology out there. You know, these athletes be like down for seconds and back up and running around. So it's so much stuff you can get involved with, and then put pressure on some of them owners, man, and like, you know, call them teams and organizations out the players that's not happy.
Yeah. All right, so I think that'd be a good look for first take. All right, so I'm gonna go back into football. I want to talk about the Jets and like with them having Aaron Rodgers. Like it's a lot of pressure on. I'm thinking it's a lot of pressure on the team. Do you think if they don't go to the Super Bowl this season, you think it's it's a bust? This season is a bust if they don't make it to the Super Bowl.
I mean, in my opinion, why would you expect that?
Yeah, and I'm
from
telling
Aaron
you what.
Rodgers.
Well, you would expect that because people seen Tom Brady do it, and now that you know what I mean, they considering Aaron Rodgers make on that almost on that level with Tom Brady. Like he one of the best quarterbacks that ever played.
But Tom Brady was the face of the NFL.
Yeah.
So if there was an agenda, they put that in place, and Tom knew when to vacate. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He stayed and won all his championships with one team, right?
Yeah.
And he grabbed his final championship with the Buccaneers. I don't see that with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I just see Aaron Rodgers might be going to Brett Favre route.
Oh, okay.
When Brett was left,
when Brett was at the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're gonna have some success, but you don't think they're gonna go
not this year, no sir, Jack. They got a whole lot of other stuff coming out. You know what I mean? That Aaron Rodgers is just gonna be Aaron Rodgers, and hopefully he can make a statement and probably get out of his division. You know what I mean? But I don't see it.
Yeah, you don't think so?
No.
So your expectations for him this year, like with the Jets, you just expecting them to go to the playoffs?
Make the playoffs, make the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's all I'm giving.
Yeah,
if he can do that, but
I think I agree with you. I think that if they make the playoffs this year, I think for me it won't be a bust because everybody not gonna be able to go like what Tom Brady did just to go to a team that year and then they go to the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. But see, in the conversation, Tom wouldn't have went there if he didn't think that team was. You gotta think he brought Gronk over there. Antonio Brown over there. Like the man made moves.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It was like he was playing chess. You know what I'm saying? And he put the pieces together. Then he said, "Okay, I'm going over here." Aaron Rodgers don't have that
mapped out like that.
Not yet. I mean, the team is young and everything, and they had a not a trashy season, but they okay. You know what I'm saying? And they got money. They got the money to be able to put some key pieces to the puzzle if they need it.
So I mean, their defense last year was good.
Yeah,
and they were solid across the board, except for at that
quarterback's position.
So but still,
but then and guys got want to play for you.
Yeah.
So we don't know what Aaron Rodgers bringing in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? Like dudes might be like, man, what's the young man over there at Denver? Russell. Yeah. So he had some behind the scenes locker room things where they were making comments where some of his teammates wasn't really feeling him and stuff like that got out there. I don't know if it's true or not. But some of the players is like, man, we don't care about this pretty boy. You know what I mean? But so if Aaron can bring some leadership to the Jets and get them boys up and running, and he don't make too many crucial errors and mistakes himself, playoff is all I can give him.
I think you're right. I think they're gonna make it to the playoffs. I don't think what I mean. I don't know how deep they're gonna go into the playoffs.
Sure.
I don't think they are.
One and done, but
Yeah. So and I don't consider the bust if you make it to the playoffs.
No.
But, so the last time the Jets won the Super Bowl was in 1968. Yeah. But so all right, so you just brought up Russell. I was gonna bring up Russell too, Russell Wilson. Like, what you think? What are your expectations for him for this season?
I mean, and that's another thing, and I didn't add into that from. So when you leave in a team and you go to another team, you got offensive coordinator. You got other key factors. Are they even implementing a scheme for you that works for you? Yeah. I think last year Russell, wasn't dialed in, and it was some things that the team kind of had to figure out.
Yeah.
But I think, I think they can get it together and make something out of it. Russell is still a decent quarterback to me. Yeah, he's still.
I think Russell though, I think what they realized with Russell Wilson though is like he's very good. He's a very good quarterback, but some of the things that Russell wanted to do may not be good for him or good for the team. You got to kind of like rein him in. You got to like more so like coach him and rein him in some to manage like his turnovers, or like the amount of times that he might want to audible out of a play. You know what I mean? Like you got to like more so manage him more so than what he would want to be.
In hindsight to that, he trying to make something happen.
Right.
So as a fan, you looking at it from here. This dude is playing the game.
Yeah.
And he can't, like, he got to make in real time a decision.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, I don't think no quarterback in the National Football League want to turn the ball over.
Right, that's true, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, even though they getting all that bread, stuff like that, win or lose, they still getting the money, but you still carry a stat.
Yeah.
So, and in your career, I believe Russell would like to bring his stats to some reasonable, but then I still didn't really see what the pieces he had to really make it happen.
Yeah, but see, that's where coaching come in, because like I said, I think that if Russell try to do too much, if he feel like he got to do more than what he you know what I mean, that he got to do, then that's where the mistakes and stuff come in. So when coaching be like, all right, we don't want you to do all this other stuff. We just want you to do your job the way we know you can do it, and then we cut back on the turnovers and the mistakes. And that's where coaching gonna come in.
And I think that's what they was out to do. But like I said, he transformed from Seattle to Denver, right? That's a whole another dynamics.
Yeah.
Different coaching staff. So like I think for me, from the coach standpoint, I would just be like, keep it to his strengths.
Right.
And like you said, that way he won't have to feel uncomfortable with trying to be a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep us in the game.
Right, yeah.
And that's and back to my Ravens. That's the same thing. Like, I'm not expecting Lamar to come out to be a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
You was an MVP a few years back. Just play on the caliber of an MVP. Use the pieces that they put in place to help you get us to a Super Bowl.
Right.
That's it. Nothing crazy. You ain't got to go out there. If you got to run. And that's the same thing with Russell. Russell was dynamic with running. And then some of the times, if they change the format of what this player was in the beginning, you kind of stunt him, and it's difficult. Now you want to be a pocket quarterback, but he scrambles, he runs. So as a coach, let them boys go out there, man, and you build that stuff around them so that it can enhance their skills and not work against them. That way, as though they look like they on the field struggling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then they trying to do too much, and then instead of the team moving forward, they going backwards. So
yeah. So that's another thing. And so with that being said, I think if they can manage Russell and they can get Russell to play like within his his means, then I think
Russell see what's going on out there, and he was one of them ones that was dynamic, and I'm pretty sure Russell still got it in him.
Yeah, I think.
And Shorty gonna come out there, and he gonna do some things, back to like not old Russell form, but he still got some ball left in him.
So all right, so now I think Deshaun Watson with the Cleveland Browns, I think he's sort of in the same situation. We seen him perform, a few years ago before he had all those issues. And now, this year will be his first full season back.
Listen, our division, and this is me, I'm saying this, our division is the tightest division in the National Football League.
I feel like
we got the tightest division in the National Football League.
Yeah.
So Cleveland Browns, yes, is going to be all up in the shiznick.
Yeah.
They're gonna be up in.
Yeah, I I like
they're gonna be up in the
Deshaun
shiznit.
I like Deshaun
Trust and
Watson.
believe me, I'm telling you.
And I'm thinking he's gonna have a good year this year.
Yeah, and you know, I'm a diehard Raven fan, but we cannot fumble the ball.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Cleveland Browns, Cincinnati Bengals, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
Yes, it's gonna be the tightest division, and it's gonna be the most exciting division in this season, 2023 National Football League. Said it here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think that if Deshaun Watson can get back to his old form, the way he was at before he came to Cleveland and when he was with the Texans and had all that, those other issues, if he can get back to his old form,
man, and he gonna get there.
Yeah,
he gonna get them. Cleveland was they're another team that had coaching issues.
Yeah.
But they had a good running game. They had good defense. They just had to get. They just had to get the coaching. I mean, the quarterback situation. And I think now, they got a long-term commitment. You know, he got that bread too. So and the team young, and they, like I said, I want my Ravens to come out top of the division, but we can't fumble the ball because in our division we gotta play both of our arch nemesis twice. Yeah. So Cleveland is not gonna be played. They're not gonna be kind to the Ravens. They ain't trying to let the Ravens run all over them.
As much as I like the Ravens, man, I just think Cincinnati right now is like in that AFC North. I just think Cincinnati is like the class. The class.
Well, and they gelled. So we saw last year. So that's what I'm saying in our division. I would like the Ravens to come up top, but we can't fumble the ball because Cleveland, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, it's there. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't really feeling the Steelers too tough.
Well, don't sleep on them either. They don't have moments where they just be on some fizzle out. Yeah. They relevant and they stay relevant and they get back up to speed. Yeah. So that's why I ain't. I'm not sleeping on. I'm paying attention. Is what I'm gonna say to that. I'm paying them some attention.
So I'm looking. So all right, so we looking for Deshaun Watson to step his game up to get back on track.
He just gonna play. He just gonna play Deshaun ball. He ain't gotta step up. He's a premier quarterback.
All right. So now, what do you think about? What are your expectations for Justin Fields at Chicago with the Chicago Bears? Justin Fields.
Well, I mean, Chicago been one of them other teams too that been like can't seem to get it together, like the Jets. Back in the day, I was a fan of the Bears, but it just seemed like, they just can't seem to dial it in. And I don't really know too much about what their issues, but I just hopefully the young man can make a contribution to it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Only time will tell. We had to see.
Yeah,
but I'm not a Bears fan, so. Yeah. But this is a sports show.
I think that Justin Fields, I think they got enough talent around him for him to be able to make to have a really good season this year. He's also a quarterback that's he's mobile. You know what I mean? And he got a strong arm.
He nice.
Yeah. So he's a really nice quarterback. So.
But see, and two, like I say, we as fans, we only seeing it from one perspective of the game. Yeah. The sport is mean out there. It's mean out there, and to be competitive, it's a lot. So you know what I'm saying? Like just for any players, to me, just get into the organization and do what you can do and not try to do too much. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Help your team to win. That's it. That's all you need to do. You ain't got to go out there and put everything on your back and all that old kind of foolishness. Just make the small contributions you need to make the team so they can win. Because nobody like losing. So
yeah. Right. So now? All right. Now before we go over talk a little bit about the N.B.A. Again, make sure y'all like and subscribe. Hit that like button. Look out for us, and we appreciate your support.
Yeah, definitely appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely.
Hit that like button for us and then subscribe. All right. So what the situation with James Harden? with the Philadelphia 76ers. So you know what I mean? It's almost like he threatening he threatening to leave. He might be trying to like put himself in position to go over there to the Clippers. So if you Philly, what would you know what I mean? What would you do like with James Harden?
Get rid of him.
Yeah, you had about enough of James Harden. Yeah,
and the team in itself, like N.B.A. is you know threading on thin ice.
Yeah,
because I mean, who we gonna blame? I mean, who as an organization? Who you gonna blame now? Like who we gonna put this the blame on now?
Yeah.
So I mean, if Harden want to go, let him go.
Yeah. I mean, even if you keep Harden, I don't think they have enough with Embiid, Harden, Tobias Harris, and I forgot the young guy in there. I think Maxey, Tyrese Maxey. I like all of them. I think they need like somebody else, another superstar that can help. I just think that James Harden now is he not what he was like a few years back. So for him to be, I think he not really like worth all the trouble.
And right, and once Milwaukee get back, when the season start, it is they have to make a team that could beat Milwaukee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Boston is one thing, Miami is one thing.
Yeah.
But once Milwaukee get back out there on the court, that's a wrap.
Yeah. I don't think James Harden is somebody that like players around the league really fear him.
No. But and then last year, what I watched him do, it's like he arrogant. You know what I'm saying? And when times when you need him to put the lights out of the building, he don't do it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's the lack of, or it's just he don't, he ain't feeling it or whatever. Yeah. But he's not consistent like he used to be.
So you get the feeling that sometimes he's like trying to like he can cut it on, and he think he can cut it on when he want to cut it on.
Right, and then sometimes he be looking sloppy out there. Yeah. So and I be like, like when you want Harden to be lights out, and they needed him last season. They needed him when N.B.A. got hurt. They needed him, and he wasn't lights out.
Yeah, well, I know like one of those games. I know at least one of those games when he won by himself. Though.
True.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you see, there you go. So and he's been there. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been there. Like you know what it is to be a dynamic player, and you got the opportunity to be with one of the greatest. Well, your teammate was the MVP.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How you not? Why you want to leave? Why you want to be traded when you had last season's MVP? So now it's like you on some selfish crap. Like you thinking that this team is done and you want out, but you had to leave. What did you do? You had to make a contribution or make more contribution to take it from an MVP to winning y'all. You know what I mean? Winning the chip. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Why would you be talking about trade? Yeah. So to me, that's some inside crack going on.
Yeah, I don't get why he, like you said, why he can't stick with one team and just make that work.
Make it work. That's what I'm saying.
How many teams he been on?
3.
No,
4. Yeah, women 4. Right, because OKC, Houston, he stayed for a minute, and then he went over there to Brooklyn, and now he in Philly. So yeah.
So he might even be going to the Clippers. If he can't.
And then why you even want to go there?
Yeah.
Paul George and them, like they washed. I'm just saying, they like it's an old man team.
Yeah.
You know.
They can't. Kawhi can't seem to stay on the court.
But so now it's like, he going over in the graveyard of players.
Yeah.
Because he just like them. Kawhi and them, like they not consistent.
Yeah.
And so it seemed to me that'd be a cop out for him if he go over there. I would stay where I'm at.
Try to.
And if they could keep N.B.A., because N.B.A. might, we don't know. Yeah. Like they might get, because really what can they get for N.B.A. right now? But they got to look for the future. So a team has to give up some crucial draft picks because N.B.A. money up there. So I will hang on to it while N.B.A. still there.
Yeah. And
try to see if we can get, like you say, another
run with
somebody that can make They need a shooter.
Yeah.
I think they need a shooter.
I think you're right. I think they do need a shooter. Another.
They need somebody to get the 3 game going on.
Yeah. But see, for me, Embiid he shoot too many jumpers for me.
But that's why I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let him get back down, like you saying with Shaq, put the basket to his back, and bounce past the ball to him, push the ball to him, and let him get his points down under the basket. And 2, get a shooter he can kick that ball back out to. You know what I'm saying? So the chemistry, right? So them 2 can work off of each other. The team got some things that can be done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm saying Harden going out like a sucker with that. I'm out. Like, why, dude?
Yeah.
You had the MVP, the league MVP last year. Like that meant something, didn't it?
Right. You're supposed to.
Yeah, you a teammate of this dude. So why would you leave? Like, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, nobody else in the league. Now people don't want to be like Scottie Pippen. You know.
Man, listen, we getting caught up in our feelings.
Yeah.
And listen, that's why there's positions, and you play positions. Some guys are fortunate to be able to play 2 positions in basketball. They can play the 1 or 2 maybe. I mean, some of them now because the way the league is changing. But you with an organization that had an MVP on it. That just don't make no sense to me. He ain't gonna get that again next year. I don't think so.
Now let's see, stay there.
No, I'm talking about N.B.A. N.B.A. ain't gonna make no MVP next year. The league gonna be totally different. The game gonna be totally different. But I'm saying, you got something that you can be like, look, dude, let's get back to this. Grab somebody, you know what I mean, that can shoot the ball, and let's do it. I give it 1 more season, then I might talk that trade crap.
Yeah.
But no, I wouldn't be doing that now.
Yeah, that's just like, like in the show we did yesterday, we talked about marriage, and like, is it too easy for people to walk out of a marriage? And I think,
of course,
absolutely,
people walk out of everything.
Sports, it's just
people walk out of being parents. Walk out of being parents. Like people walk out of careers.
Yeah, so
you know what I'm saying? Like people don't understand. See, my DNA, my grandparents, they was like, if I don't get that what I want today, I know I'm gonna get it tomorrow, the next month. Yeah. They work towards it, and they patient. They don't have to have. They wasn't from that. I gotta have. Yeah. This generation, you know what I mean, people now is like, oh, if the wind ain't blowing over here, then I'm gonna go where the wind blowing. Like, no, dude, sometimes you gotta weather that storm a little bit. Because you're moving around too much stuff to me. What has it landed, like back to Harden? What has it gotten hard? Nothing.
Yeah. But Harden don't even have a ring.
So you moving to go where?
So I think, you know what I mean? Like, I used to like when, like, the players, for the most part, your franchise ball players just stayed in one team.
It's hard to have a dynasty. Yeah. It's hard because now you got the cap where they got to renegotiate contracts. You got to move stuff around. Dudes be talking about, I want the money, I want the money. All right, dude, we giving you the money. But what you doing? What we doing here?
You gotta focus on building.
So it's an independent game. It ain't team. So that's what Harden acting like. It's about him.
Yeah. Well, that's what a lot of ball players do because of the style of offense. It's the pick and roll. You know what I mean?
Right. But okay, that's called practice too. Like AI say, practice. Like it's practice. Y'all get in there and work on the fundamental things that y'all need to do. Like I said, you had an MVP on the team. You know how hard that is to be an MVP of any organization, any like football, to do that. That's major that you made this accomplishment, and then they didn't even win. You know what I'm saying? They didn't win a championship. You know what I'm saying? And they lost. So what are you mad about, or what can you do by leaving the organization and going somewhere else going to do for you at this point?
Yeah, I think
what is it going to do?
He's trying to hop around, and I don't think it's going to work to his benefit.
It ain't. And the formula hasn't worked.
Yeah. I think, a lot more players need to think about just stuff.
Oh, maybe he want to be with Westbrook. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, they've been together.
Yeah.
And that didn't work for him the last time they was together. So
Westbrook was chewing it up. Westbrook was the ball hawk.
Yeah.
And that was the problem. And maybe that might be what it is. He might be hard, might be a ball hawk.
Yeah, well, he do hold on to the ball a lot. Maybe N.B.A. don't want him to.
Right. So looking at it from another perspective, which we, you know, may not haven't mentioned, but that could be it. Like they could be at odds with each other because, dude, you holding on the ball too much.
It's just a lot of one-on-one
Too much.
in
It's too much.
basketball.
It's too much.
Professional
It's too.
basketball.
And
It's hard to win like that.
and it's phony. Like
Yeah.
it's the stupidest thing in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all you gotta do, look at the formulas of other teams in the past.
Like Golden State, I like the way Golden State play because
and
everybody keep moving,
and they work as together as a unit.
Yeah. So but all right. So James Harden, his situation is out. They might be they're not even really hard pressed to keep him in Philly.
And like I say, you know what I mean? Let his ass go. Shoot, he ain't doing nothing.
All right, what about Ben Simmons? Like, what are you expecting from Ben Simmons this year?
Get his head right.
Yeah.
Get in the game, put his head on, and get out there. That boy can play ball.
Yeah.
But it was just other stuff, man. It was a lot going on, like him and Kyrie Irving and all that. Like, it was distractional stuff outside of basketball. And shout out to Kyrie. You know what I mean? The organization is showing that they want to support him, and I hope that he can come out next season and do some great things. And Ben Simmons, get your head back in the game, young man. Get your head back in the game.
I think that if because all right, they got shooters around him.
Yes.
So he don't really have to worry about
just play Ben Simmons' game. And get back to what we were saying just a few minutes ago. Play team ball. Mm-hmm. Just play Ben Simmons' ball, but help your teammates out.
The
boy.
I think his style of play, because he is like, you know what I mean. He a pass first kind of guard. So I think he should be able to work his way back into
facilitate, do what he need to do for his team. That's it. That's all you gotta do. And then too, he been down for a minute. Like, you know what I mean? The negative stuff going on and the stuff that, off court, on court, the team, he left. So put all that behind and get on the court and just ball, man.
Yeah.
Just play your style of game.
Yeah, I think this year he'll be able to turn it,
clear his head,
turn it around,
and
get back to playing Ben Simmons type basketball. And like I said, they got shooters around him, so that'll take a lot of that burden off of him. Like, so he don't feel like he have to do too much. So as far as scoring, but I think Ben Simmons will be able to turn around. So all right, so that's for Ben Simmons. Now, what about the Dame Lillard situation? I think Miami's still gonna be able to get him, but I think it's probably gonna be like a last minute type because Portland don't want to give up too much, and I think Miami is just waiting them out.
Right.
Yeah.
For Miami, I mean, it's a win-win for them.
Yeah.
I mean, however they want to do it at Portland, Miami can just sit back and wait because it's clearly that they got a plan going on, and Dame is adamant about wanting to be there for a reason.
Yeah.
But Portland is like, y'all gonna leave us, like you gonna put us in this situation.
Yeah.
So they not gonna make it easy for him.
I think for Portland to make out or get anything close to what it's gonna have to be like a 3-team deal.
Got to be.
Somebody else might have to step
chime on in there, because they gonna get what they gonna be hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
basically like giving Dame up for nothing if they just do a straight, you know what I mean? If they just do a straight trade with Miami,
they gotta get something.
Yeah, they going. So it's gonna be a last minute deal. Somebody else gonna have to step in and help out, help facilitate that deal in order for it to go through. So
unfortunately, Portland they gonna get screwed. I mean, once Dame gone.
I like Portland though because they got that dude Scoot Henderson. I'm looking forward to seeing this kid play. This dude look like he's gonna be a beast. So I'm looking forward to seeing Scoot Henderson play. So all right, so that's all I got now. All we got now today for the But like I said, make sure you like and subscribe. Also, check us out. We selling socks. We got our 11 socks. Might put the socks on the screen so we can yeah. So we got the all black socks with the white print. We got the white socks with the black print. We got the red with the socks with the red around the top. So yeah, man, check us out with the socks. I got them on now. These socks they super comfortable and absorbent. And if y'all make sure you reach out to us, reach out to us and we'll give you a good deal on the socks. The socks are not expensive. And like I said, we appreciate y'all support. Make sure y'all chime in and get some of them socks, man. So with that being said, we out for this week. Make sure y'all tune in next Saturday at 2:00 for our show. And we'll see y'all then. Appreciate it. Peace.